Goathland. This is heartbeat country and one of the most popular stations on the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. It's a great place for a day out, and if you're lucky enough, you can stay even longer.
This is the camping coach. It belongs to the railway, and it's like a holiday cottage, except it's a railway carriage. And people pay a lot of money to come in. £600. I mean, you get free travel as well as the cottage, but in with it, which really it's not bad. They come in and rebook in each year, and there's at least 12, 18 months wait for it. It's nice on this station in Goathland. It's completely different to Pickering. It's a lovely little station. I think that's why a lot of people like coming in here. They like the peace and quiet. They see a lot of Heartbeat being filmed. They like that as well. There's just something about the place. It's like magical. A lot of people think it's lovely. Well, I do myself. I love coming up here.
And so does Derek Hall. He's a retired policeman who travels miles to work for nothing in one of the railway signal boxes.
Well, I was a police officer for 30 years in Humberside Police, and I joined the railway in about 1973 as a volunteer. I became interested in the signalling, and I came here on a few occasions to learn the box. I then took rail track exams to allow me to be in the box on my own and to move trains. Out of section 18 is line clear for class 2 train. Thank you, Leslie. Cheers. And it's a different world altogether from the day-to-day mundane life that you lead outside the railway. It's a very close-knit community here, and what we want to do is to ensure that our passengers have a good day out.
Every year it costs millions to keep this railway going, and they'll raise money however they can. And again, that's where the volunteers come in.
Selling the raffle tickets, £2 for 4. Helps pay towards getting Sir Nigel Presley back on the line. That's good. £2 for 4.
When he's not behind the wheel of a lorry, Colin sells raffle tickets on the trains, and he's raised thousands. He's always had a dream, though, to park the lorry and take a steam engine out for a spin.
Signing on point. Everybody has to sign in on the shed, so we'll sign our names. We'd like to sign in the time. This is called a sampler course. This is where the two gentlemen and ladies do come, and we take them on, prepare an engine, as we've just done, and then we let them have a little drive and fire up to Goathland and back. We don't actually go into the station, we just do a couple of trips up and down and then back to shed again and stable the engine. Just to let them all go driving and firing. And the young ladies, some are quite good actually at shoveling coal, yeah. Yeah, when you show them how. Right, this is our engine for today, so what we'll do, first thing we ever do is get
Today, Colin's enrolled on one of the railway's footplate awareness courses. For a price, anybody can get a taste of what it's like to be an engine driver. You can book a week, or like today, a short one-day introduction.
Usually birthday presents, that's the usual thing, especially on the taster courses. It's a birthday present from somebody, 60, 65, and then they come on, you know. The other week we had a lady from in the Midlands somewhere, a church organist.
What's that called?
An oil can.
It's not. It's called a feeder. An oil feeder.
So, yeah, there's all sorts of people come. Vicars, they're very popular. They like steam engines as vicars, yeah. Now, as you're going round, put a bit of oil around there.
The time to come on the footplate was by my wife and the children who, on my 65th birthday, came up with this brilliant idea.
Look at the front end, the heater pipe's okay, the coupling's okay.
And today is our 44th wedding anniversary. So unfortunately, I left my wife at home. But yesterday we went out together and we had a meal last night. So yesterday, today, 2 absolutely wonderful days. And away we go.
It's all yours.
Oh.
There you are. Right, sound your whistle and go through the tunnel. Right, push your regulator open a bit more. That's it. Right, Colin, put your foot on that pedal there and push it down, that lever there. That's to push it down. That's the cylinder cox. That's not the stick rifle. There we go now. All we have to do now as we're driving the train along, keep a lookout for plate layers, anything unusual.
I've driven most of my life, driven the wagon most of my life, and I've driven other things, but this has, I think, the absolute beast in it, and a beautiful beast at that. Still got to fly an aeroplane.
Oh, have you done that yet? So I've had a go at that. I've had a go at flying, I'll have a like that. Now we're into a 1 in 49 gradient now, so we want that regulator open a bit more. Push it as full as it'll go to the first valve. That's it.
He did very well for a beginner. It's not easy to handle a steam locomotive, getting used to it. They're all different. They all handle different. You open the regulator, some go, some don't. This one you have to open it and you have to listen to it. Then it goes and then it's okay. He did very well in the control it with me telling him what to do. It was quite good.
Fortunately now is a generation of kids who've never really seen or smelt or even heard of a steam locomotive. And you're going to get, in the years to come, it's going to be the only place you're going to find it. And here, you can find it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's been a great day for Colin, and for the railway, the footplate courses bring in valuable funds.
It's very important for us to be generating income. Obviously, this railway is led by volunteers. We get an awful lot of volunteer help. The railway would be nothing without that. At the same time, there are also some hugely expensive tasks. Overhauling a steam engine can cost anything up to £500,000. We've got several dozen bridges and structures on the line. We've got a tunnel. None of this is looked after cheaply, and we want clearly to preserve the railway, to improve it and to build it up for the future. So we have to balance that commercialism with the fact that we are preserving a piece of the past.
Back at Goathland Station, the latest camping coach visitors are about to check in. Betty and Alan are celebrating, and for them, Goathland's the perfect place.
Right one first time. Well, well, well.
It's lovely. It's the first time we've had a camping coach, so.
Yes. Well, we've seen it so many times when we've been to Goathland Station. It's really lovely, really lovely. The kitchen, just what we're expecting.
Lovely.
Even nicer. It is wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's for our 50th wedding anniversary, actually, this, isn't it?
Yes.
One of the perks of being married 50 years.
50 years, where has it gone? Where has it gone? I was born to the sound of a train, I think. We had a railway line running behind our house, and a coal train at about 8:15 in the morning was probably the first sound I heard. And since then I've rather liked steam trains, yes.
And when we were courting, we used to go train spotting,
Yeah.
and I used to pretend to like trains then. But now, after 50 years, you know, I think I'm as hooked as you are.
Yeah. But interestingly, we got engaged on a train. Now there's a story, yes. I slipped the ring on Betty's finger on a train between Manchester and Loughton St Mary's, which is near my hometown of Lee in Lancashire.
Would that be a steam train?
That was a steam train in those days, nothing else.
You wouldn't recognise it at the moment, but this is the railway's star attraction, the A4 locomotive Sir Nigel Gresley.
This is what they call a major overhaul. These things are getting extremely old, metal fatigue, so to comply with all the regulations, as this is a mainline certified engine and can still run on the national network, it has to be checked. Every nut and bolt, every little piece has got to be made as near perfect as it can be. The A4 Pacifics, of which this is one of 35, were absolutely the creme de la creme of the main line from King's Cross to Edinburgh. It's a thoroughbred and it's a speed merchant. So once you've put it together, it is absolutely a masterpiece. Every boy's dream.
And it's become every engineer's nightmare. There's been one problem after another, and the critical work on the boiler has taken more time and money than anyone had dared to imagine.
When we estimated the boiler work, we based it on a simple retube of the boiler and the main parts that we thought, and we could see before it was stripped, had to be done. Unfortunately, as it's turned out, the work from the simple boiler overhaul and refurbishment has actually doubled. So everything that we hoped wouldn't happen has happened.
With luck, that means it could be running by the spring, unless, of course, there are more problems. But once the boiler's sorted, they'll be racing to get it back on the line.
The main thing is once it goes on the top of these frames, all hell will be let loose to put everything back together, and that should approximately take 16 to 17 weeks once the boiler goes on.
For the volunteers of coach restoration, 3 years means nothing. For craftsmen such as Len Clark, this is painstaking work. Keeping alive forgotten skills and breathing life back into wooden carriages and famous engines. Len's a sign writer and painter, the best there is, and he's been in demand for decades.
I found that there was a need for someone with my skills, and it's been 35 years nearly now since I first started work putting paint on steam locomotives and lining out locomotives and carriages. It's beautiful. I've worked on some very famous locomotives, Sir Nigel Gresley 2 or 3 times, Union of South Africa, Blue Peter, and the most famous locomotive of all, dare I mention it, Hogswart Castle for the film, carriages galore. Because I'm nearly 70 now, I don't know how many more years I'll be able to do this, but I suppose ultimately one day I shall hang up my paintbrushes and go away. As the blood gets thinner, the enthusiasm wanes, I'm afraid.
The railway's trying to keep skills alive and at the same time looking for ways to ensure survival in an ever-changing world.
The North Yorkshire Moors Railway has always had one problem, and that is that it's 18 miles of track with nothing either side of it except the moors. We have no land, we don't have facility to do other things. So our real problem is to say, how do we get more passengers onto our line when we're full anyway? So I think our future has got to be in looking at ways of increasing the amount of trains that we can do, but also looking back towards Whitby and looking towards saying, go back to its original position where it was the Whitby to Pickering Railway as opposed to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway.
Well, the line's already there, but it's part of the National Rail Network. and they need special permission to run steam trains to the coast. Now they want to find a way through the red tape that prevents them from running a regular service.
The one thing I want to see before I go, I would like to see that little bit at yon end, Gromont down to Whitby. And then we've got the whole of the George Stephenson Whitby to Pickering Railway. I would like to see that.
The North Yorkshire Moors Railway is the Whitby and Pickering Railway, and we're 6 miles short of our goal. We need to go to Whitby. We can't block Gromont up day after day with traffic when 6 miles away down the road there's all the facilities there you need virtually to run a train into a town. We'll be going from Whitby, a town, to Pickering, a town. And no doubt in time the railway will be extended to Malton and join the national network in the south as well as the north.
The future of the railway is in the hands of this man. Philip Benham's the new boss. He spent a career in railway management, and today he's taking over from Peter Pay, who's been in charge for the last couple of years. Sue's the office secretary, but ask anyone and they'll tell you she's the real brains of the organisation. She's sorting out Peter's leaving do, and Sue's got no doubt about the sort of qualities the new boss is going to need.
It's not so much managing the railway, it's managing the people that run the railway. It's a very big thing. You've got to be a big people person. It's all about people and how they interact with each other and how they work together.
It's about people. Railways is secondary. Safety of the railway is a primary thing in that. Getting the money in to keep it running. Because when you are the best, 4 million turnover, nearly 1.5 million passenger journeys, it's a big railway. And Philip's had a different sort of experience to me in higher echelons, being better looking and younger and better off.
Peter's been great. Not easy for him handing over, but he's been super. He's passed on to me all that he knows. He's been very open, he's been very frank, and he's been very helpful. But it would be foolish not to realise that this is a huge challenge. And working with people is critical. Making sure that one's sensitive at the same time, that you're also managing to move things forward. That's obviously going to be quite a challenge.
The late train pulls into Pickering on Peter's last official day in charge. He came out of retirement to help the railway, and now he's going to miss the place.
I'm very proud of what they do, because they turn out in all weathers. Last winter in Gromont, they nearly all managed to get to work, and people in their villages where they lived didn't go to work. But my lot turned up to run trains, and I think that's incredible. You have to love the railway to work here. That's what it really amounts to.
There's a feeling of change about the railway, excitement about the future, but pride in the past.
He's brought the railway into the 21st century. The 2.5 years that he's been here, he's really made a change to the way the railway thinks about its operations and runs.
It's very sad, yes. Sad to see him go.
He's been a good laugh and he's been a good boss, yeah. We've enjoyed having him here.
Brought a lot of people together, the whole railway, and whether it be volunteers, paid staff, whoever, brought us all together.
Friends, I am very pleased to be here tonight to thank Peter on your behalf for all the work he's done for the railway over the last 2.5 years. I'll wish him all the very best from myself and from you all. I think there is something that I have to give to Peter, a lifetime ticket for the tea room.
As you get older, you look back, because I do a lot of travelling. Now I'm not working, I've been riding trains all over the place. And I think, well, I worked there. I worked at St Pancras.
Fantastic spread for tonight.
And I thought, now, when did I work there? And it was 1959. You think that's 45 years ago, you old git. And I'm like a grandfather to these, as I've said once or twice. And I wish I was, as I clip their ears.
Enjoy it. I think it's 5 years copies of BR timetables.
No, I'm trying to sell them.
Right. All the very best.
Thank you, Neil.
in
Thank
your
you for the
retirement.
opportunity.
So say all of